Today we're going to hold the ceremony and celebration of the birthday of Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, you can see over there. The Kuan Yin Bodhisattva's birthday celebration ceremony we're going to hold. Kuan Yin Bodhisattva is most venerated Bodhisattva in Mahayana Buddhism. The Kuan Yin Bodhisattva mostly famous as a compassion Bodhisattva. She is the Bodhisattva of compassion. And well-known Bodhisattva in the Buddhist world. Like in Christianity and Catholicism, like a Mother Mary, then mostly in Buddhist world, the pray for the Kuan Yin Bodhisattva for help and support, and they are in difficulties. Then I would like to explain a little bit the history of the Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. In Sanskrit, name of this Bodhisattva is Avalokiteshvara. Avalokiteshvara. In early Buddhism in India, he was famous and venerated. And Buddhism moved to China. Then Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva were very famous in the Mahayana Buddhist world. In China, Taiwan, Japan, Korea, Vietnam, all the Buddhist world is mostly venerated. In Sri Lanka, we know as Avalokiteshvara. This Bodhisattva have given vows to the Amitabha Buddha to help to human beings to be freed from suffering. Then Avalokiteshvara always look upon to this world, kindly, compassionately looking towards this world to help to people who are praying and asking help. Then he can appear in front of the prayers in their necessary when they need, and this Bodhisattva can appear in so many ways to help them. Then we pray to help us to get enlightened and to be freed from suffering. Then I would like to explain to Bodhi, we are the Bodhisattva too. We have to be a Bodhisattva. Bodhi mind, we have to have Bodhi mind, Bodhi Chitta. To be happy and to be freed from suffering, we have to be a Bodhisattva. We have to practice Bodhisattva path. uh, the Bodhisattva path is in the whole Buddhist world, in the Mahayana Buddhism, Theravada Buddhism, Vajrayana Buddhism, every Buddhist tradition encourage to followers to be Bodhi mind, to practice Bodhi path, Bodhisattva path. If someone looking for attain to or achieve to a state of calm, then he have to have some good qualities. According to the Metta Sutta, he have to have very skillful one, clever one to practice, to continue his practice. Skillfulness, the most important, to develop this path and to cultivate this Bodhi mind. Also, you have to have upright and straightforward to develop bodhicitta, bodhi mind and bodhisattva path, to achieve a state of calm or enlightenment. Also, you have to have easy to instructed, and easy to guide. Also, we have to have gentle, very gentle mind, like a Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, compassionate mind. Also, we have to have humble and obedient. These are good qualities to develop and cultivate this path. Then we cannot hold the arrogant pride. Then we have to have a gentle and obedient and humble. These are good qualities to develop. Also contentment. Then we content what we have. We never worry what we don't have. If someone worry about what they don't have, they're not supposed to practice and develop and cultivate this path, because they always worry. Then we have to have really content whatever we have. No worries about what we don't have. And you have to have easy to support. You know, some people, how much support, they're not satisfied. Always always talking and complaining what we didn't have done. Not easy to support. Then we and you have to have easy to support. And the light livelihood, and a few duties. If you have much duty, you don't have time to and space to develop this path. The body mind, you're never able to develop and cultivate, because why? You're always busy, so many duties. Actually, most of people not busy because of the really necessary things. They're busy with the unnecessary things. Then no space for the necessary things. They don't have time to come to ceremonies. They don't have time to come to meditation. They don't have time to listen to teaching, because busy. Then we have to have few duties and light livelihood. Also, control in senses. The sense faculties, eye, nose, tongue, body. This could be in control. To develop this bodhi path. Also masterful. You have to have masterful one, prudent one, wise one, to continue your practice, to understand the reality, develop the mindfulness and the insight. And then these qualities, it's very important to be happy. Really, if you want to really be happy person, then these are the things to develop and cultivate. Then also, it's very important to not clinging to family. Then you have to have family, then you have somewhat or attached to family. But the Buddha explained to not much clinging to family or supporters who support you, who help you. You're not supposed to cling in to them. And who support you, not supposed to cling in to them. Right? Less attachment is very important. That's why most of people don't have time to practice this path. And he not do any slightest wrong that wise people criticize. Then whatever the wise people criticize, then we're not supposed to do that type of slightest wrong things. Then we have to be very careful, right? That this is the path to be happiness. And this is the bodhi mind, bodhi chitta to develop, to be developed. Then he developed the loving kindness. Today we celebrate the bodhisattva of the compassionate. Compassion. Kuan Yin Bodhisattva is the compassion bodhisattva. Then we have to develop compassion in our mind. Never hold any irritation, any hate, ill will in our mind. Never wish another to suffer with the irritation mind. Right? We never wish another to be suffered because of enmity, because of hostile. If we have a hostile mind, if we have a irritation mind, then we hope other to be suffered, right? We don't want to see other be happy. Then we become happy seeing others suffering. Then who practice this path, then he never wish other to suffer with the hostile mind. And he always hope and wish all living beings be happy-hearted, happy-minded. And what we do in Tuesday and Saturday, right? The loving kindness meditation. This is the really bodhisattva practice. Bodhisattva means the who practice to be enlightened, to be a Buddha. Then he developed this metta, loving kindness, towards all sentient beings, the who have long body and short body and huge body and the middle type of body, tiny creatures. And he developed loving kindness, metta, towards these all type of living beings. May these all living beings be happy-minded ones, happy-hearted ones. Also, he developed his loving kindness mind towards up without any limit, and towards down and the all the around. And who are the walking, who are the sitting, and who are the lying down. And he developed his loving kindness, these all type of living beings. As a mother, you know, mother how much love her own son. She will happy to get any risk to protect her own son. Then Buddha says, you should be like a mother and love to all living beings as a mother who loves her own son. Then to develop this loving kindness like a mother who loves her own son and protect her own son and keep her and put in her life in a risk to protect him, then we have to have selfish. The selfishness, who is the selfish? They cannot do that. They're always looking for in there. They don't look and they don't care about others. Then, as a mother, we love to all living beings, all living things. And we develop our mind. And we cultivate this bodhi mind to be love to all living beings, boundless love, limitless love. This is the real path for the happiness. No, we practice and develop our loving kindness mind to no obstructions. Without obstructions, we develop this loving kindness mind, practice towards whole cosmic, whole universe. Then we be very mindful and be very alert, often to develop this loving kindness mind, this bodhi mind. Then who practice this way and who develop this path in this way, he exactly will born in the Brahma world. This is called a sublime abiding. Sublime abiding. And he never fall into wrong views, and he never come back to mother's womb, and he will become enlightened one. And he will be freed from this suffering by practicing and developing this path in this Bodhi mind, Bodhicitta. Then today, then Kuan Bodhisattva is the Bodhisattva of the compassion, and we going to pray this Bodhisattva to help us to be happy and to be get rid of our difficulties and to become enlightened ones. Okay, then we're going to start the ceremony, and thank you very much for coming and join with us for the ceremony. Thank you so much.